Well, hello, Fairmont, and all of the citizens that are watching this today. I'm trying something very unique. This is the first time that, as a candidate for public office, I've ever used technology, a camera, and me speaking to the voters. But I thought since it was available, this would be the wise thing and the right thing to do. So, welcome to my home. Uh, this is 405 North Main Street, Fairmont, North Carolina. I've lived in this home for a long time, and this is my study where I do a lot of my work, my emails and other things. And I want to welcome you to that. I'm comfortable here. I would like for you to be comfortable listening to me for a few minutes. This is the first of 8 videos that you'll see regarding my candidacy for re-election to the position of mayor of the town of Fairmont. They'll be every 2 weeks leading up to and including the last one on Monday before the election. Today is going to be an introduction day and a background day, you might say, talking about what I've done and where I've been in my life and the things that have molded and uh, formed my opinions and my beliefs in service to the community of Fairmont. So, if you're ready, we might as well go ahead and get ready and proceed. As I said, this is my home. I've lived in this house since 1952. I came to live here in 1952 with my father's 2 aunts, my Aunt Ora, Ms. A.H. Hayes, and my Aunt Ruth, Ms. Ruth K. Ford, and my Aunt Ora's husband, Dr. A.H. Hayes, who was a prominent and well-known doctor in the town of Fairmont. It was a wonderful life here. Had 2 dogs to play with and a big backyard and a lot of love. I started school in Miss Betty Baker's second grade class in 1952, and 12 years later graduated from Fairmont High School in May of 1964. I had previously applied for and been accepted as a student at North Carolina Wesleyan College in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and was prepared to go in the fall of 1964. Actually, I was really excited about going, as anybody would be starting a new experience, because I had gone up in March prior to my graduation and tried out for the college baseball team. And because the first baseman, Ray Freeman, was graduating, Coach Bauer thought that my position at first base would be safe enough to allow me to start there as a freshman. So I came home from that weekend at college, still as a high school senior, really, really excited. That brings us to the summer after I graduated. I was getting ready to go to college, all prepared, excited. And then on July the 3rd, my friend, my best friend, and several other guys and myself went out to a farm pond right outside of town off of Wiregrass Road. And we were swimming and cavorting and running down the hill and diving in. And I had a mishap, a very bad mishap. And I hurt my neck, injured my neck very badly, very severely, leading to a 10-week stay at Duke University Hospital. While I was there, I went through therapy and recovered. And on September the 10th, I came home. And blessed as I was to still be allowed the privilege of walking, my preacher, Reverend Paul Browning, came to my house every morning, every day, 7 days a week, with, with physical therapy on mind. Didn't matter if I had a headache, didn't matter if I was sick. I did a routine with him every morning for a year, leading to the summer, late summer and early fall of 1965, when I was able to go to college. A year late, but I still went. I graduated from North Carolina Wesleyan College in 1969 with a bachelor degree in U.S. history and political science. And rather than try to pursue a job in Virginia or further places north, where many of my friends lived and had graduated and moved away. I decided to come home and try working here. Thank goodness for my wonderful principal and superintendent, Mr. Leon McLean, the late Mr. Leon McLean, who gave me a job or got me a job, assigned me to a position at Marietta Elementary School, where I worked for a year, teaching language arts and social studies to 7th and 8th graders. In 1970, the start of the next school year, I was moved to Fairmont High School, the old campus, the original campus, the 1922 campus, where I stayed until we moved out to the Golf Course Road for a total of 29 years. At the end of my 29th year, actually 30th year with the Marietta year involved, I decided I wanted to continue teaching and retired from North Carolina schools and went to Dillon High School in Dillon, South Carolina, where I taught for 7 years. And then I had always had a dream, if I could teach in another state, it would be at Lakeview High School in Lakeview, South Carolina. And a position opened, and I applied, and in 2006 was hired to teach U.S. history and government at Lakeview High School under Mr. Edison Arnett, where I taught for 3 years and then retired. Let me freeze that a minute. That's my educational background. Let me take you all the way back to 1969, 1970, and start again in terms of my public service career. In 1970, the late Charles Williamson, carpentry teacher at Fairmont High School, and myself got together and decided the young people needed a place to go and enjoy their social skills activities. So we remodeled a store on West Thompson Street and turned it into the Fairmont Youth Center. And it was operational and very used for the 3 years that we had it. In 1973, I accepted the position of summer recreation director for the town of Fairmont, and then later for Robeson County, and worked at that job from the whole summer of each year for 10 years. And then in 1982, my dear friend and weightlifter, bodybuilder, Kurt Nobles, and I decided that we need to go into business for ourselves. So we opened up a fitness center in downtown Fairmont, the south end of Main Street, called Let's Get Physical Fitness Center. And it was very powerful, very successful, and we stayed there and then moved down the street to the middle of the block in the mid-'80s, and we closed in 1989. I also opened another business during that time called Kicks and Flicks, was a video rental business and also aerobics. Now, what I've just shared with you is my educational and my public service career. I have been fortunate enough to have been elected to the Fairmont Town Board in 1977, and since then have served 36 years as a town commissioner. And at the end of this year, December, I will have served 12 years as mayor of Fairmont. That's a combined total of 46 years. That's who I am. That's what I am. What I've shared with you is my background. I am qualified to teach. I could go into a classroom today and teach any subject in history. I'm qualified to be a government official. I've held public office for 46 years. But the most important thing is, I want to be your mayor again. I want to be the mayor of Fairmont starting in 2025 and serve for another 4-year term. And I hope with this background and the next several videos that I share with you every 2 weeks, you'll have me back. I hope you will, because I believe I deserve to be in a position that I know how to do and I'm qualified to do. Thank you for listening to me today, and thank you for joining me in my home. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.